And now, this week's edition of Big Face with your host, Samantha Jane Tilton.
Hey everybody, welcome to Big Face. I'm your host, Samantha Jane Tilton. My guest today, Jonathan Jas Anderson, actor, new friend of mine. What's up?
Hey girl, what's going on?
How you doing?
Look, one of those days, like, Monica said, just one of them. Yeah.
I grew up on that, man.
Yeah. But I'm not on my period though.
That's what.
But
I don't know, man. It's been.
Listen, but I feel aggravated like I'm on my period. Understand that? Like I feel aggravated like I'm running right now. Like I you know what I'm saying? Like, should I get light or heavy? Like.
It's one of those days, huh? Dude, and we just had like all this tech difficulty. And so like that alone, I felt bad for this guy. It's frustrating. It's hard to deal with.
Listen, don't feel bad for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, brand rise. Like, because listen, let me tell you something. Everything happens for a reason. There's a purpose behind everything. And then listen, this is just part one. We're going to get a part two.
What did I just say? And what did I just say to you? I'm like, shit happens for a reason. Like, this is exactly how it's supposed to be. Like,
listen, hold on. As the shirt that I say that I'm wearing, I said it was written. Huh? Let's go.
Let's go.
So look, let me tell you something. I was just telling Samantha that, I'm glad that I see, look, we only have about a half an hour. We're supposed to have more. We will have more. This is part one.
Part one, baby. Part one.
Part one. So I'm saying this is a good thing because I want you guys to realize today wasn't my best day. Today wasn't the day that I woke up and I felt great. Today wasn't the day that I woke up and I felt inspired. Today was not the day that I woke up and I felt like I was going to conquer. No, it wasn't that day. It was the doubtful day. It was I don't feel success day. It was I'm kind of caught in my emotions day. It was one of those days where people don't see.
One of them days.
Yeah. So I want you guys to realize that no matter what, still and all, Jazzo and Samantha is still hitting that mother effing page because you got to, no matter what. So I want you to realize that listen, this is not a good day for me, but I'm still here. I'm still hitting that page.
You showed up.
That's what it's all about. Because you're gonna have them. You're gonna have them. So understand that they do arise, even with people that you think may not have them or may not be. You know what I'm saying? Because again, see, this is what I'm saying. Like you guys see the post. Oh, brand rise. Oh, apologetic narcissist. Oh, looking good. Oh, podcast at 4:30. Oh, you guys see. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's doing.
He's got things going on, right? He's doing things. He must be feeling great, and it's like. Just because things are happening and we can be grateful that they are, doesn't mean it always feels good. Yes. It doesn't. And like, what did I say to you? Like, so guys, we were starting and there was frustrations and I got it. Like one of the things that I do, and I said it to you, but when I am like beside myself, like about to rage or whatever, like I've had it, I like check myself and I usually say like, I'm like, what are 10 things that I'm grateful for? And what did I say to you? I was like, tell me 5 things you're grateful for.
You did. She calmed me down. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't that help?
You know what I'm saying? Look, let me tell you something. It definitely does. And see, what that is called is checking in with your emotions. You guys have to realize, like, the Calm app for me is one of the best apps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish I was getting paid for promoting it. But it's check-in times. You know what I'm saying? So what Sam asked me to do was to check in with how I'm feeling and what I'm grateful for. See what I'm trying to say? So by me taking that time out to just check in and say, it puts a level of understanding in your mind that you may not have right then and there because, listen, subconscious over the conscious. It's the nocebo effect. You know what I'm saying? We got to start to train your subconscious because when you're conscious, you're good. You're conscious, you're straight, you're focused, you know what I mean? But that subconscious, it hit you. Oof.
Well, that's the worst thing is for me, it's if I have the awareness, no matter how painful something is, no matter how much it messes with me, if I have the awareness, if I'm conscious of it, I can work with that. I can face
Right.
the fear. I can
Right.
fight that and I can work through it. But
Mhm.
if something has a control of me, if something's going on and I have no awareness to be able to check it and check in, it has the ability to control me.
It will control you all the time. Like, and
All
that's
the time.
that's what it is. See, I'm trying to say, like, that's what that subconscious does.
Yep.
It takes you away from your present moment. You know what I'm saying? Time is just living from moment to moment,
Yep.
being present in it. The conscious is present. The subconscious is not. Like at nighttime, every night, listen, I put on, I got these big headphones, these, you know what I'm saying, ground, like surround sound, grand rising headphones. Because
Yeah.
in and wireless, because I don't take my phone, you know what I'm saying? But I put on anything that's going to block out the subconscious. So I'm learning Spanish right now. You know, que lo que, mami, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I put on some bebe, you know what I'm saying? Like, or I may put on, something that I want to listen to, or something that I've been meaning to like, whatever it is, like, I'll put it in my ears all night.
Have you tried, oh, go ahead. I was going to say, have you tried classical music?
Listen, I've done classical. It's whatever I'm feeling at that particular
right.
point. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever I want, what I want that subconscious to retain. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what it's doing is just tricking the subconscious to constantly stay conscious. You see what I'm trying to say? So even when my subconscious is trying to, it can't help it because it got all these things in it that, you know what I'm saying, when I was sleeping, was playing, like, you know what I mean? I found myself quoting stuff. I found myself saying things out, and I'm like, wow, yeah. It's like the Powerball dog. Like Powerball, right? When you ring the bell, the dog salvate. So my subconscious is starting to salvate, and I ain't giving it no motherfucking. I'm not giving it
You're
no
golden.
food.
It's all right. Be you, man. Be you.
Listen, I'm not unapologetically. Fuck that. I'm not giving it food. Unapologetically. Oh.
You know, there was somebody that was a mentor to me in my life. And I remember him telling me, like, he's like, you think that expression came out of nowhere, that people wake up on the wrong side of the bed? He's like, no. He's like, people wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or they wake up in a good mood because so much happens.
So much.
When you're sleeping in the unconscious, so much happens. So when you wake up, you have no idea what, because everything that happens in our days, we process, because there's so much we feel and we deal with that we can't possibly process it all when we're awake. So we have to in our sleep. So when we wake up, it's like, who knows what we processed?
Listen, I tell you all the time, man, like, biggest thing is you gotta, Les Brown said it the best for me. He said that you have to say yourself on yourself every day. Every day. Oh, Sam, hold on. Check this.
Yeah.
Look what I got. You ready for it?
Yes. I don't know. Am I? Dude, I already know. Oh, man. See, and now I'm like, you know what, baby? We're doing a pause moment. Hold up, kids. Hold up. We'll be right back. 1 second. Hey-o.
Sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we get deferred in our dreams. Sometimes we have to realize that we pick up these bad habits, and these bad habits can become toxic, and not only toxic in life, but just toxic in our beings, our souls. Because to create, your spirit has to be free. To create, your spirit has to be live and living. To create, you have to be in a place of spiritual awareness. Yes. So, Julia Cameron, you know what I'm saying? And this is my third time.
Did you see it?
Look. There you go. See?
Hey-o.
I'm gonna put it up while she put it up. Ow.
Hey-o.
Now you see me, now you don't. Look,
what?
Let me tell you something. You have to prepare yourself in order to conquer and succeed in anything that you want to do in life. What it is the discipline work. See, the discipline work is what you got to put in order to have that authenticity in what you say and what you do. Like, let me tell you something. You don't have to say too much. When you're putting in that discipline work, the authenticity will come through. It will shine the most through you.
Yeah.
You know how many damn people be like, damn, Jazz, yeah, that's right. So I found my voice in finding my spirit. Yeah.
I was saying this to somebody, I think as recently as yesterday, that my acting completely changed. Not, yes, from like studying and learning how to act, but it changed when my spirit changed, when I grew past a lot of things that kept me stuck, when I kept working on me, and all of a sudden I was freer in my spirit and my acting, when I could be in a way that I couldn't before.
Right, because listen, one of my favorite teachers told me, Jazz, I can't do nothing. I said, Bill, William, Mr. Esper, like, what are you talking about? Like, I got the money. He was like, well, you know, I'm an asshole. I'll take the money, but Jazz, he said, you're so special. You don't even understand the life you have. He said, there's nothing I can teach you. There's nothing anybody else can teach you. There's no acting class. There's no lessons learned. Like, the only thing that's going to put you to that next level of growth that I see you being, I know you can, I know you will, if you put the discipline work in it, is life lessons.
Do you, and can I ask you, because I spoke to somebody I spoke to yesterday, and they talked about having champions that like really see what's inside you, really believe in you, and those people that it sounds like Bill Esper believed in you, and like I don't know if you can always believe in yourself, but like sometimes those champions that I've had throughout the way, even the smallest little things, have stayed with me.
No, babe.
No?
Those things stay with you. Yes. Because see, it's not about what a person says, it's about what you take from it. Yeah. Okay. It's good to have people in our life that support us.
Yes.
It's great. Champions, okay, cool. You wanna, yeah. But at the end of the day, I have to say that it has to start with yourself. Like, it has to start with yourself. Those champions aren't there in those unseen moments.
No. But
so
you know
if
what?
You're relying, if you're relying on the champions, then you're putting your power where it don't belong, where it has no space to live, where there's no responsibility given for them to be a champion, period. And so I'm not saying it's not good to have people that support you, but at the end of the day, God, the universe, the spirit, like, come on, what is the artist be talking about? It's not talking about other people supporting.
No, but you know what?
Listen,
just like we talk about, like, you know, a spiritual existence and that spiritual awareness. I believe, and for me, my higher power is the universe. It's energy. There's something, I don't know what the hell it is, but there's something, and I just know it when I feel it. And the thing is that I think, like, there's people that come into my path that say something that hits my heart, that moves me, that I bring with me. And so while it's not that person, it's the message that they brought. It's the connection that they connected with me that I can carry with me. And that is part of the bigger thing for me. But it's not that person. That person can't do it for me. Nobody can do it for me.
Right. And
but
listen,
they can be a part of it.
Grand Rise on that, Queen, because it is. I mean, and that's why you have to be meticulous about the company that you keep, the energy that you're around. People, listen, are the people around you, what are they doing for you? Are they building you up? Are they making you expand your mind? What books do they have you read? What lessons do they have you learn? How do they have you growing? And if you're not growing, and if you're okay with that, then that's cool. But if you're not, then it's something that you need to change. Like, in order to understand you have to really first face you, taking full responsibility. Yeah.
Fully.
Let the narcissist off your shit. Yeah.
But that's it. Like, I can't, and I'm grateful for this. I've always said this, like, if I can say at times in my life, if I could say nothing good about myself, right? If I felt really bad, the one thing I can say is that I'm a fighter, that I keep pushing to be better. I keep trying to face myself head on, whatever it may be.
Why is that, Sam? Why is that?
And you know what? It's an amazing thing, because I'm like, sometimes it breaks my heart when I see people that are hurting, that aren't able to do that. And I go, why me? Why am I willing to do it? Why am I willing to fight for it? And I don't know, was I born with it? Is it my spirit? Is it, I don't know, but I can't not fight to be better.
Look, that comes from a whole lot of you. and the universe, and I believe in the higher spirit. You know what I'm saying? That comes. And listen, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
yep.
I was talking to my homegirl, Kira. You know what I'm saying? She's a beautiful spirit, and I was telling her, I said, listen, man, I said, I've been there where we cry, where I've been there where I want to give up. I've been there where I said, I'm going to quit. I'm not going to do this no more.
Yeah.
Done. But the next day or 2 days later, like, see, that's the spirit and the will of the universe saying that you have to continue to create, because your creation is not meant for you. The creation that we have, the talent that we're given, is not meant for us to keep to ourselves. It's meant for us to get back, to inspire. It's there for us to build. Like, can you imagine if the universe, can you imagine if everybody kept the talent that God or the universe gave to themselves? We'd be living in a barren world. And I don't care what it is, architecture, poetry, you know, reading. Everybody has a gift that they're supposed to give back. Like, you know, that's why when you hear basketball players talk about, oh, it's not my job. Yeah, it is. See, when people say that, they were doing what I was doing, was living in the vanity of thinking it's mine, it's me.
It's right.
Shit. Watch me work.
And I get that. And it's easy to, but it takes, you know what? There's a lot of people that don't have that awareness, or don't get it, and teach his own, right? And maybe those people aren't meant to, or I don't really know. I don't have all the answers, right? But you know what?
Yeah, listen, I'm listening.
Go ahead. I was just going to say, oh, go ahead. Go ahead. There was somebody that I spoke to the other day, and I interviewed her the other day, and she said, I don't believe, and I believe she used the word God, but I don't quote me on that, but she did say, I don't believe that I was put on this earth with this passion, with this drive and need to do this. If I wasn't supposed to, like, why, if I'm not meant to do it, that's torture. Why would whatever's greater, why would that be put inside me if I'm not supposed to do it? You know?
Can I answer that question with a cue card? I don't know if y'all can read that. That says, you have to live into the phoenix of your new beginning.
And explain that to me. I love that. And I want you to tell me what that means to you.
Do you? Really?
I do. I really do think I do. But I want to know what it means to you.
Well, it's always about what it means to me, because it's my point of view. It's my POV. Yep. So yes, what it means to Jonathan Jas Anderson is, if you know what a phoenix is, a phoenix is the re-risen part of you. Flies up, burns, grows into something different. You know what I'm saying? It's a rebirth of you. So you have to understand that willingness that inside of you that's telling you that you got to, that feeling that's telling I can't give up. What that is that the creator right there trying to create a new you. So just like a butterfly has to shed its skin, you know what I'm saying? Just like a worm turns into it. Like, we have to start to live and understanding that sometimes, in order to get our spiritual recovery back, we have to shed and burn into fire the old, so that we can rebirth into the new us, the new being, the new growth, the new understanding, the new vision, the new way of thinking, the new way of living, the new way of verbiage, the new way of understanding, the new way of vision. Oh, it's all about the vision. People be trying to profound the shit I do. Oh, yo, no, man, let's not. See, I've been done tired of that profound shit. I used to profound all the time. If I want to profound myself, I can go watch the bullshit I was kicking to myself when I watched these old YouTube videos where I was talking a whole lot of smoke. And behind it was just smoke, clogging. You know what I'm saying? I watch those things. I keep those things. You know what I'm saying? I had to get rid of somebody that was next to me, because when I was watching the bullshit, he was like, oh, yeah, you told us some real shit. I said, oh, gee, I gotta go. I gotta go. It is that serious, because that's what you see. Cool. But I gotta realize, like, you have to put yourself on an elevated level of growth for the betterment. You know what I'm saying? For the betterment of who you are, of who you want to be, of where you want to be. Yeah.
And everything else that touches.
Come on now.
Everything. Yeah.
Come on now.
What made you?
The quieter we get, the more we can hear. That's why we got one of these and two of these.
I heard that for the first time maybe 10 years ago, and I had never heard it in my life. So, by the way, if you guys are listening and not watching, Jas was just saying we were born with one mouth and two ears for a reason. And
right.
I heard that, and I was like baffled. I was like, that's the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. Like,
look,
it makes sense.
I realized that in order to come into your power, you have to understand that you first have the power. And then you have to learn how to reclaim the power, because what we do is we allow ourselves to give it up to each and every, like, listen, understand that nobody can, my teacher, Andrea Andrews, when I went to Performing Arts High School, told me something that's real. She said, he who angers you controls you, but fuck that. He who controls any part of your emotions controls you. It won't ever happen again. My mom used to say,
did you say again?
Ever again. Like, yeah, of course. Listen,
right.
This is my spiritual recovery. Yeah, listen. See, that's what you have to understand your bullshit. See, that's what I'm trying to say. In order to rebirth into your grand rising of a phoenix, for your new life, for your new wealth, for your new health, for your new growth, you have to first understand and accept the bull. Like, I didn't want to see me. I didn't want to see the bullshit that was me. I don't want to see the selfish. I don't want to see the inconsiderate. I don't want to see the sucker. The sucker. I was living, I was talking about living sucker free, but I was a sucker with a pop. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the commercial? How many licks did it take to get 1, 2, 3? You know, I was just talking shit. See, look, what I do when I talk my shit is that I marry popular. So if people don't know when I say I marry popular, see, I give them a spoonful of sugar.
You know what, man? Can I ask you?
Talk to me, baby.
You know, there's something that in The Artist's Way, Julia Cameron says.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that a large part of success as an artist is not necessarily about talent, but it's about audacity. And now when I listen to you, and even when, like, I listened to your podcast, and like, even when you left me a message, and like, I shook my head and I smiled and I said, so you guys know, like, Jas and I hadn't met until we met online. He messaged me after seeing my podcast and we connected and we decided, let's connect, man. Energy, all good stuff. But I shook my head and I'm like, you're a character. Like, I'm like, you're a character. And I meant that in a really good way. You have a unique something. You are yourself, however that is. And so when I thought of you specifically when thinking about that, what she says about audacity. Do you think that you have that? And and part two, if so, do you attribute your success somewhat to that?
No.
Do you think you're audacious?
I think that I'm living my authentic self. Don Miguel Ruiz will tell you I'm living my authentic self, because what she does say in the book, she says that I learned that the real creator was my inner self. People understand that you have to start with recovering your sense of possibility.
Listen,
see, I've been a part of this industry for over 20 some odd years. Started with college, so I had an agent at 7, signed to Untitled Management. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people, when I say I've never had an extra job, I've never had a co-star role. I've only had guest star in Siri Records role. Maybe I had 1 or 2 co-stars. It wasn't by choice or chance. It was just because that's the way it flowed. That's the way it happened. Look, you have to understand that at some point in time, you have to learn that the things that you learned before is no longer. You can't see. I was stuck in the vanity of it, and then the vanity of it became the toxicity of it. Like, toxic love is a hell of a fucking drug, man. Whether it's relationship, whether it's business, whether it's personal. Listen, toxic love is a hell of a drug. So I became toxic in the love that I had for what I did and what I do, and why I started to do what I did, or why I do what I do. But then it didn't feel right. You know what I'm saying? It started to feel nasty inside. It started to feel wrong. It started to feel like I didn't want to do this shit no more. Why? Because I was living in the toxicity of it. I was living in the grand rising that the money I'm making. So now it became, where my trailer at? Am I getting top of show? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's my track looking like? You know, look, I started this at 7 years old because I just knew I wanted to do something. And my mom needed to keep me busy. You know what I'm saying? But she's a single black male in Harlem, you know what I'm saying, during the crack epidemic, you know what I'm saying, it was crazy. So she kept me in everything that was going to keep myself occupied, keep this occupied. Because she knew if she could keep this occupied, this would stay occupied. And I just happened to find something that I knew. Look, I tell my son, I can't get mad at you because you haven't found what you love to do yet. You haven't found your passion. You know, when you find your passion, baby. Look, he started wanting to do his barbershop. She wanted to do hair. My son wanted to do hair. So I said, okay, cool. Let me hit my peoples up. You know what I'm saying? I was just working on something, Mr. Robot. You know what I'm saying? My homegirl, you know what I'm saying? Yo, listen, this agent, yo, she's one of the baddest agent barber. She's a stylist. But listen, she got my head so smooth without a damn razor. Yo, I love her to death. She gave me some product. I sent it to my son. My other man was a barber. I said, yo, listen, send your son. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get him some proper clippers. Okay, set him up. You know what I'm saying? But see, didn't have the passion, because see, all of a sudden this job that he wanted to do so bad to cut hair, he was good at it. You know what I'm saying? He was working his way up. You know what I'm saying? Getting this little clientele up. I was proud of him. Like, okay, Grand Rise, go ahead, young prince. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to turn him. Don't do this now. Or if you do, then you understand that that's not your love, your passion. When you turn something that's somebody else's job into a fucking hobby. That didn't hit me. That's like, he said, oh, well, you know what, Dad? I got to get a regular job because, you know, this barber's not I said, oh, it's not a regular job? Let's go into the barbershop and ask them how they view their job. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you just turned somebody's job into a hobby. Why? Because you didn't have the passion that it took to go the extra mile, the passion that it took to say, no matter what, this is what I'm going to do. How dare you? Now, because you don't have the passion, want to dissipate somebody else's career. Like, come on now, look. Go ask them if it's a motherfucking job. Got to have a J-O-B. Because ain't nothing going on but the motherfucking rent. So what we doing right now, Samantha, is we paying the motherfucking rent. Yeah, how we pay the rent. How we pay the rent by giving back. How we pay the rent. We occupy the space. So we might as well give out the creation, give out the understanding, give out a little bit of grand rising. Grand rising, people want to, you know, oh, what do you mean by that? It just means getting to the highest place of the highest place you can be for yourself. So here, the highest place you can be, grand rise, the highest level.
You know what? You talked about who you were, and it started out to feel good, and it started to be about this, and it started to be about that, and you've taken a different path now, where you're exploring your spiritual wellness, and you're in recovery from a lot of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I asked you before what you would attribute to audacity, right? And I just looked up, and I just want to read you the definition of audacity.
You better read that definition.
Because I'm like, what exactly? How would you define audacity? This is how it's defined: a willingness to take bold risks. And I could be wrong, but you're talking about, and Julia Cameron, you also mentioned, talks about being your authentic self. And I think, for me, when I'm my authentic self, I am taking bold risks. I have that willingness because I am being me, putting that out there without thinking twice. And so I asked you, what you would attribute to if you had audacity or not.
Listen, we all call it what we call it. You may call it audacity. I call it authenticity. Somebody else may call it something else.
Yeah.
Sarah. What I call it,
as long as it's there and it's working, that's great.
What I call it is wanting to stop myself from the hurt and the pain that the anger was causing me to feel. See, this is the discipline work that I put in. So anger is not just, anger doesn't just point in the direction, right? Anger doesn't just do this or this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What anger is there to do is to tell you, what all your emotions are there to do is to tell you that something ain't right. Look, if today or tomorrow I woke up and I had the mean rash, like the gangrene, nasty, pimple bubble, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what the
Not good. Let's hope not.
Right. You know, I would say to myself, it's something that's not right. It's something I'm eating, it's something I'm doing right. I gotta go get checked.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's something coming out telling me, so listen to your emotions. See, that's what we don't do. We act on them. Listen to them, question them. And then when you question them, understand what they're there to tell you. It's there to tell you something. You know what I'm saying? Look, we have to realize that in order for us to be at a level of audacity or at a level of authenticity, it's going to take some real life lessons. Ding, 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 ding. Bring it back.
Yeah. And
it's those, yeah.
No. Please finish that thought.
Listen, I was tired of being in the stacking place I was at. I was tired of living like that. I was tired of being like that. I was tired of waking up not happy, and I should be happy. Let's be real, and I don't really talk about money now. I don't know how the fuck my lawyer said I spent $500,000 a year.
You spend $500,000 a year, is that what you said?
In a year. No, I don't got no car. I don't know house. I don't know bank account. Like, where did it go? Subconscious over the conscious. Where did it go? To the bullshit. Where did it go? To all the things that made me realize it was time to be a better me. All the things that made me realize it was time to live a better way.
Jazz, you know what?
Yeah. I know you got to go in a second, right?
No. I want to tell you something.
Okay, tell me.
A bunch of things that you just said. There's this book, and it's called, and it came to mind the other day. I read it a long time ago, but it's called The Gift of Our Compulsions.
Hold on. Let me keep talking.
Yeah. It's and I could send you the name of it, but it's
yes, please do.
It's by Mary O'Malley, right?
Mary O'Malley. Okay.
Yes, and it's called The Gift of Our Compulsions, and it's like you said, you know,
I'm listening.
like if you had this nasty rash on your neck, right? And it's like you start to question, like, whoa, what just happened? Did I eat something? Did I rub something? Did I use a new soap? Did I use a new cologne or whatever? Like, you have to start questioning, start looking at what's underneath that rash, right? And how to get there. And so The Gift of Our Compulsions talks about, let's just say the spending, right? Use that as an example.
Okay.
That when we act out in a way that's, if I were to judge myself, I would say that's bad. Like, I'm living my life in a bad way. And it talks about using these things that are not serving us in our life, that using them as this window to insight, to deeper understanding, to more deeply being able to understand ourselves and why we're doing those things. And that they're not a bad thing, that they're actually like, ding, 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 ding. Here, look, you have an opportunity right now with this thing, the rash on your neck, the spending. Here's an opportunity to look deeper within, to understand. And I just thought of you because, like, when you were just saying that, it's using those things to look deeper, to get further. And it's also, I found it a very spiritual book and a wonderful book.
Look, let me tell you something. I just did my first The Narcissist Presents Brothers in Books, and
that's right. I listened to today.
Yes, and we did the Don Miguel Ruiz, and it was, you know what the Grand Rising was? That Don Miguel actually reposted it, and then that Don Miguel sent me his and was like, "Look, you got something special about you. Hit me. Let me. You know." And I shouldn't even be talking about that, but yeah, didn't stand that.
Look, you and I, we spoke about energy.
Energy is everything.
Energy
is everything.
Energy is everything.
Energy is everything. Let me tell you something. Just the gift of compulsion that, you know, that you just by even you grand rising that, like, for me, it takes you back to the spending because you're unhappy. So you spend because you think it makes you happy. You spend because you think that it's gonna, it's gonna grant you some
Yes.
sort of serenity, some
What?
sort of peace in your life. Look, you know what the book I'm reading right now
What?
for my boy Duran. You better be reading that motherfucking book.
Wait, Duran what?
Duran Bigger.
Okay,
You know?
I was like,
What's Duran? What are you talking about?
Actor Duran. There's that's why I'm like, same world, like.
Okay.
Duran.
And he's big, stocky.
Yeah. And he wears the glasses.
Does he have glasses?
Does he wears the black glasses sometimes? He's stocky. I think he's got a son.
You know what? We're gonna talk.
Yeah, I'm like, because I don't want to blow up here.
Because we know, and that's another thing that we grand rise on. My boy Victor Cruz.
And you're in S.A.F.E with Amber Anderson, dude. I was in class with her.
Listen, that's who I'm grand rising with right now. The Anderson takeover, baby.
What's up, Andersons?
That's the homie, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. Everything is truly all about the way that you view and how you choose to see what you see. Everything is in the vision of it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to start realizing, like, the next book I told you, it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Dude,
that's
there's a
narcissist right there. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. Mark Mormon.
There's and I want to write that down. And you know what? There's another one, another book I had started reading. It's called The Spirituality of Imperfection.
Okay, then I got another one for you.
Yeah.
We were born rich by Bob Proctor. You ever read that one?
Oh my God, I think I actually might have that.
Oh, and then I'm a grand rise on another one. Cause see, look, I said to myself, I'm gonna read a book a month. Cause Les Brown said, what are you doing to utilize yourself to be the best self?
Yeah.
What resources, what utensils are you guiding yourself with to make sure that your worth is worth more than what you know what I'm saying? Because see, you can't ask for more value. You can't ask for more work and don't put the time and the discipline to put into that motherfucking worth and value that you think you want or that you know you want.
Yep.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? What are you doing? You get what I'm trying to say? We have to start building ourselves on a higher level, on a higher plane of thinking. Because let me tell you something, the monetary shit is bullshit. Look, when you're winning, it's when you wake up happy in life, just to be fucking happy in life. Not because of what you got, what you're going to get.
Right.
Being happy, to wake up. People say you don't got no worries. I said, why would I worry? Why would I worry? That's a program. You got to start reprogramming the program, people. Look. Y'all think that what's the shit with Keanu Reeves? The Matrix is not real. That shit is motherfucking real.
Oh yeah.
Look, listen, hold on. Remember this? Take a look. It's in the book. Read it, rainbow. I keep the high in the league. Stop playing. Dude,
I love it.
You know what? You know what's the confirmation from me, babe? Is that look, I'm taking a look. And it's in the book. Stop this bullshit. Let the narcissist talk his shit. Look, we gotta do a part 2. You know why? Because the stuff that you're saying. Look, and we gotta people. We gotta go because it's 6:01. And look how I'm grand rising for my queen. She had to teach a class. So look, This is Jas Anderson, the unapologetic narcissist. And this who am I with? Who am I with? Tell me who you are.
Sammy Jane Tilton, everybody. Thank you for joining Big Face. Thank you, my man Jas, dude.
I'll talk to you later, baby.
Yes, mwah. Thank you. Bye. I love you, man. So good talking.
Have a great acting class, baby. Go kill it.
Thank you so much, man. Take care. And thank you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in. All right, bye.
Baby. Later.
All right, guys. I know you thought it was over, but we are back today on Big Face with my guest again for part 2, Jonathan Jas Anderson. What up?
You, Sam. Look, she let the hair out. Look, looking like Diana Ross. Go ahead, girl. You gotta work.
I was like, big and natural, baby. That's what we do.
Look, you're giving me diva in the best way. Part 2,
Love
we're
it,
back.
Man. We're back. Better than ever. So we had technical difficulties.
Look, you know what? You know what that was? That was a trial run. You know, the universe said, okay, cool. It was a trial run, and then it was for us to understand who we were. To do it again.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
it
like
all
that,
works
man.
out.
Because we didn't
It all
even get
plays
to.
out.
Yeah, of course it does, man. And you know what's so funny is that I just want to say, guys, so you're tuning in for part 2. It's so amazing. So it was kind of a rough day. You know, Jazz had some technical difficulties. We were trying to work it out. It wasn't the best day. We talked about waking up on the wrong side of the bed. And it's just so, like, it's so interesting. Today's a different day. Look at the lighting. Even if you just guys are comparing the lighting and the clarity and the energy, it's always changing. And it's changing. It changes every day. So it's kind of nice to see the difference.
You know what it is, and I thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
For me, I feel like what it is just to show you that you're not always going to wake up and feel energized. You're not always going to wake up and have the light bright. Sean, remember light bright? Remember the light bright when you?
I love light bright.
We ain't that old, but yeah, okay.
I was like, we're totally dating ourselves.
you know. So it just showed me to understand that your energy was so blessed for me because you reminded me of a teacher, of a warm-spirited teacher. And you said, Jazz, stop. That's what she told me. She said, stop, Jazz. And she asked me questions. She asked me questions so that I can get out of where I was, to get into a place where I needed to be. And that right there showed me your spirit. That right there showed me your care. And a lot of times people don't, you know? And so I want to say this. We are both, Samantha and I, starting this podcast that we're doing during COVID-19. Like,
yeah,
we're both. You understand that? Like, and it just showed me that the spirit to create is greater than any power in the world.
Yeah.
You understand? And so what we have to do is be around people like this when you're going through those times where it's not the best day. Because
it's not always that.
She had so much light in herself through what she was, you know, in her brain rising, that she was able to understand and see it in somebody else. And the sad part about it is if you're not around people like that, then what happens? Like, you know, you deteriorate into a lower level. So guys, it is true, the company that you keep, the energy that you keep, the people that's around you, Sam, you're a blessing. And that was the blessing. It wasn't about the podcast. It was about me understanding that it was about us. Like, he's always putting me, the universe is always putting me around light people, but I'm realizing it's because my energy now is light, even in the dark spaces.
It's amazing. Yeah, you know, it's amazing. It's like, because look, energy is like transferable. Like, I was feeling your energy and I take it in because I'm connected to others and we were connected. So I was taking that in, and what struck me as the most significant thing while we were talking is how human you are and I am, you know, and like, you were angry and you were frustrated and like, look, I get that. I get that. We can't always act out on that, right? In life, you know, it's not appropriate in this, but like, you know, I gotta say, I'm kind of grateful that you were able to be yourself and feel safe enough to do that then. Cause
see that right there, right? That right there, Sim. Like, now I know that you're a teacher because it is about being in a safe place. Like, anytime you're in an acting class, the teacher would tell you that this is a safe place. It has to be a safe place for you to be and feel it. Yes. So you allowed me to be. And let me tell you something, guys. Like, I'm realizing that a lot of the lessons that we're there to learn is not ones that we think that we're there to learn. You know, sometimes you think that the grand rising is because, you know, I'm about to, you know, podcast and everybody. Sometimes you have to start to look at, what did you say? Moment to moment, because that's what life is. That's what time is. That's what you told me. You said you gotta live moment to moment, every moment, live it, see it, understand it, breathe it, believe in it. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is we get so cluttered with the things that don't make sense that we're not looking at the blessings that could be right there. How many times have I done it where I've not been in the place to see that there could be something that's right there for me that can take me to that next level, but because I'm not in a light space, because my head is cluttered, because it's mine, you know, so like the grandness over everything, we don't see it. We're not paying attention. You have to pay attention to everything because it's no small things in this world, man.
And you know what?
Nothing.
It's like, and I'll speak for myself. Like, you're helping me learn even more right now, because like, you know, as a human being, my mind can go in any second to like shutting off, staying connected, being judgmental, being compassionate, and like you just said, moment to moment. And like, you know, we all have different sides to us, and from moment to moment, we're never just one thing. And it's I feel like at this moment, I feel honored that I got to see you in a space that did not feel comfortable for you, and I get to see you on a different day, because that's what it is, I think, for everybody. And I don't know, there's even you brought me even more understanding to always remember that even more. When I learned this when I was a kid. I was always in trouble, and I was hurting. There was a lot of trauma and stuff when I grew up, and you know, I was always in trouble, and people failed me. People were mean to me. I didn't have teachers that were supportive, and there was all this judgment and punishment. And you know what? All I needed was for somebody to love and accept me as I was and try and help me, instead of just judging me and casting me aside.
Now I'm about to give you some more what you're feeling right now. Everything you said was correct. I have to say that what I heard just now gave me a greater understanding, because you thought that you needed others, the love, the respect, the understanding. You know why you're here right now? You know why you're feeling this way right now? You know why the podcast is going? You know why you have people? Because you're learning, and you still even understand what you're learning, and it's beautiful, because I just heard it. It wasn't about anybody else. It was about you coming to terms with you and saying that I'm enough, saying that I'm good, like I'm gonna love myself, because this we give too much power to people who really don't have it, for one, and it's not the responsibility for two. Even your mother, even my, like, you know, so what I'm hearing is that you, unbeknownst to you, you took everything and said, I had to start loving myself. I had to start being there for myself. I had to start understanding that through those trials and tribulations, it was a beautiful lesson learned, that if you expect it from other people, you're setting yourself up for pain and hurt. Because
as soon as you have that expectation, no matter what, when there's an expectation, for me, I'm going to be let down. The expectation sets me up for disappointment, no matter what.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But it also strengthens you if you're really there to get your recovery, man. Because I'm gonna talk my shit. Look, I've been in Jersey and about to be evicted from a beautiful spot that I could afford, with a beautiful lady that I pushed away in the fetal position. I don't know if you ever saw a movie called Requiem for a Dream. It's one of the best movies, you know?
Oh, yes. Best.
Right? Now remember the ending, all of them were in this fetal position. That's where I was. And see, okay, I talk it. Why? Because it is the authentic me, and it is the authenticity in what I'm saying, to get somebody to understand that may be there. So I have to tell my story, because it's not my story to keep. It's my story to tell, so that somebody else can so I can be that bridge that somebody else walks over, so they can understand that, wow, he goes through it too. Cause see, everybody talks about the Lucky Charms, you know what I'm saying, the rainbow and the pot of gold. Nobody talks about the bullshit that we go through. Nobody talks about these unseen moments where you're there and you're not. You know, like, come on now. So I'm gonna let you know, I was fucked up, you know. And the best thing for me was, I swear to you, no lie, God said to me, Jazz, you got to get up. I'm in a fetal position. I'm high, drunk. I'm just not. I'm hurting. I'm not there. I'm not taking care of myself, and it was bad. But God, I heard it like it was a voice in the truth. He said, nobody's gonna be here this time. See, because a lot of times what happens is that we get to that place, but then we have people who are there for us, so we think, oh, we're good, you know what I'm saying? And so sometimes we don't learn the lesson, because, oh, we got somebody, we always are knowing that somebody's going to be there to pick up the pieces. But what happens when nobody's there to pick up the pieces this time? What happens when you're there with this you, yourself, and the universe, God, whatever you believe? What are you going to do then? See, the strength of a person is never tested until you're put in a situation where you have to understand exactly how strong you are by what you do when you're put in that position.
And seeing getting out the other end. Like, you know what? It saved me in my life. There were times in my life where I couldn't see a way out. I couldn't see that it would ever be okay. And the more I went through and the more times that I came out the other end, the more, no matter how bad I felt in my life, no matter how hopeless it seemed, I knew it wasn't, because I had proof to show me that I'm going to be okay. I got to get through this. And that strengthened my faith.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. It's a confirmation, because let's talk about puppy love. How many times have we been in a situation where we be like, oh my God, I'm hurting so bad. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do without this person. And then we get over that. And then we go through it again. And then, you get what I'm trying to say? Growth is simple to me. Things are simple to me. I tell people, here, I'm Mary Poppins, the sugar with the money. Okay.
I love it, yes.
So here we go again, right? I'm Mary Poppins. Here we go. Like, what it is the fact that you have to realize that it's easier than we allow it to be. Easy, again, what I said is meaning something simple that you could do.
I was just about to say, it's maybe not easy, it's simple. Simple. Different, right? Simple and easy. Totally different.
Simple, listen, simple and easy. Why? Because verbiage is everything. So listen, I give myself gentle, simple goals. Easy, the verbiage of what you say will dictate how you feel. It will dictate the energy that you bring off. It will dictate how your day maneuvers, how your life maneuvers. You have to understand it's a program. Like, I've been around other cultures where it was no disbelief of not being easy. You understand? Like, so if I'm raised from the first to 15, I'm learning, I'm growing from what I see, and that can make me who I am if I'm not strong enough to understand that we all have self-will at some point in time. Like, so don't get it twisted. When the parents be like, oh, you should get a regular job, it's because that was their program. And so when you go against that, it's not that you're going against them, it's you're going against what don't feel right to you. And people will make you feel so bad about that, man.
Because
when you live comfortably,
no, please. I was just going to say, it's like that for myself, what I learned, what I came to believe, it manifested in me as fact. But then when I got older and more, something didn't feel right. And I was able to look deeper and deeper within myself. Thank God, a day at a time, I had the courage to go against that belief that I've had my whole life. It's still a process. I still have to challenge the beliefs that I think about myself or the ideas I have about my dreams coming true. Please.
Let me move real quick.
Do you?
You see this right here?
Yeah.
You see this right here? This is me doing the Les Brown. Les Brown said you gotta sell yourself on yourself every day. You have to put these
affirmations.
Listen, I set small, gentle goals. I choose companions. Look. This is the disciplined work, so that when I wake up to it every day, it becomes as natural as the air I breathe. But I have to see it. I have to understand it. You have to see, people always want the winner's circle. But to get to the winner's circle, you have to understand that a winner's mentality is different. A winner's mentality is different. And it has nothing to do about
Mars and Venus, baby. Different.
Look, I said it when I sent you that thing. The winning is within the doing of it, man. Of knowing that no matter what is going on in your life, that you're going to get to that page. Those are only two things I wanted to do, is get to the page no matter what and be happy no matter what. Sterling Brown said it when he won his umpteenth award. Now, mind you, at 42,
he's brilliant.
At 42, off of one show, not 36, not 48. So that just shows you it's about God's time when you're right and ready for it, because the blessings that he has are cauldrons and pot full, right? So now, if I'm thinking that God is teaching me, he says, son, I'm not teaching you. I said, well, why you get me so close, Father? Like, I'm trying to do the right thing. He said, well, first off, you're not coming at me with the right utensils. I said, utensils? Father, what are you talking about right now? He said, cauldrons and pot full of blessings for you, and I can't waste a drop. So how can I give you everything I want to give you when you're coming at me, hear this now, with cups and bowls? How can I give you
love
everything?
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. You know who I was? I was the dog with the paw in it. It's an old parable about a young man that was walking past an older guy's porch, and it was a dog that was howling, screaming in pain. It got so crazy that the young man came back to the old man and said, "Why is your dog screaming like that?" He says, the old man, "Well, he has a nail in his paw." And the young man chuckles and said, "Why did he take the nail out?" The old man looks at him with wisdom and says, "It doesn't hurt him enough."
It doesn't what?
It doesn't hurt him enough. It does not hurt him enough. I was tired of screaming in pain and wanting to be better, but not taking the nail out because it didn't hurt me enough, because it didn't put me to the place where I felt like I had nothing left. You understand that? Live in the hellfire. The hellfire is there to strengthen you, to show you just how strong you are, just how strong you are. How many times are you saved by the universe and then you do the same dumb shit again? Growth, for me, is simple. I tell people, look, I'm not on the yellow bus, but I'm remedial. So ABC 1, 2, 3. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Just simple. ABC 1, 2, 3. I don't have the head on, and I'm not, but I'm remedial because things need to be simple for me. Because we make it so much. We make it algebra, man, and it is not that. What that is this. What do they tell you? Now you're a teacher, right? The worst place for an artist to be is in here. The worst place is to be in here.
I am paralyzed when I am in here.
Come on.
It is in my acting, you know, if I'm in here, I'm paralyzed. Look,
it's a jungle in there. Look, what is it? It's a jungle sometimes. Maybe what? How about keep going under?
You know what they say?
In here.
You know what they say? Look, they say the space between my 2 ears, it's a dangerous neighborhood.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's what?
It's a dangerous neighborhood.
It is.
Yeah.
Because you're constantly dealing with your conscious and then your subconscious trying to take over the conscious. Like you just said, how many times have you been in your conscious thought, like you just to go in and get, like, I know I'm going in here to get something. And in 2 seconds, you're like, I can't here to get. You have to reprogram that conscious because it's there to take you away from where you're supposed to be at, man.
Yep.
You know, like, the head case is not good. Look, I had a teacher that said, act before you think. Act before you think. Because it comes from here. It comes from here.
I think
you understand
the
that?
best stuff comes from here.
Come on. Like you see people who have natural talent because they embody it so much. You know what I'm saying? And then you have head actors who may be great at, but in order to make you feel, it has to be from here. And it's the authenticity and who. Come on, listen, man.
You know what's amazing is that before you were talking about the kind of people that we surround ourselves with, and you know, it's amazing because I don't identify with people that like have it all together and are doing really well and are like I just don't. I identify with people that to me speak it how it really is. Like, and that is with struggle. That is with conflict, you know, within that I need to identify. And when somebody has it all together, to me, I'm like, I've never been that person. It's a daily trying to understand.
I'm going to raise my hand like I'm in a classroom.
Please.
You calling me?
Yes, sir. I call on you. Yes, sir. What would you like to share? I love it, man.
Look,
God, dude.
You can't fake this happy, man. You can't fake this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So as I raise my hand, you know, because they say that no question is a dumb question, right? Like what it is that when people say, you seem different, you know, and they want to profound it. And at times I would profound it. Oh yeah, it's the moon, the stars, and it's the glistening. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's one simple thing. Why am I like this right now? Why am I in a place to understand what it is I have to do in order to do what I need to do to get what I want? It's because I was tired of looking in the mirror and bullshit myself. Look, words and songs, like everything matters. Look, what did Mike Jackson say? I'm talking to the mirror. Yeah, see, look, people don't want to look at themselves because they when they look at themselves, what they see is a distorted view. You get what I'm trying to say? So, they see the unpretty people. Like, I was tired of bullshit myself. Like, Jazz, how long are you going to do this, man? Like, and what are you getting from it? Bullshitting you. So I had to realize that I may not have been the strongest of dudes. Like, women in my life were always stronger than me. And I say that because there's a strength in women that men, like, so yeah, that's why they say a king and the queen usually wears the pants, because I've realized that I'm trying to be this big bad, but no, I didn't get no audition. I didn't get something. It was me, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, it was me, man.
Women are fascinating.
Resilient or strong.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to be. I never forget when my grandmother died. I thought my mom was heartless because she didn't cry, she didn't do anything. And I said, yo, that's your mother, and we had to repass. And she finally broke down. And I said, why did it take you so long, Ma? She said, well, my dad said that if I break down right now before the work gets done, nothing will get done. Sometimes you have to realize that the strength comes within holding it so that you can get things that you need to get done. And then we get in a place, in a space like, yes, man. Yes. Yes.
And it's so courageous. Yeah. It's
look. How much does it matter to you? Not your mother, not your kids, not how much does it matter to you? Because at the end of the day, I used to get mad at people who didn't grand rise like I was, or understanding the passion but why should they? It's not theirs, it's mine. And so I'm already wasting time giving them their thought, like, well, why aren't you feeling? They're not supposed to feel like you.
Right.
And that's
I know, and that's where, like, the judgment. Oh, sorry, I cut you off. Oh, wait, you're muted. You're muted. Hold on. Wait. You're mute. There you are.
You got me?
Yeah, you were muted for a minute. Go ahead.
That's because, see, I forgot to put my phone on mute. Like.
Got it. Got you. Airplane or one of those.
That's right. Look.
You know what? That's why I try and. I feel like we talked about this in part one, guys, but that I don't know why I have the drive to fight and a day at a time. I don't know why, and I'm not going to question it right now or for today. I'm grateful I do.
Sam, you know why? Sam, you do know why. You do know why, Sam. You do know why. You know why, Sam? Because it's those nights that you can't sleep. It's those days that you say, I'm giving up. I can't take it no more. We have them, right? And then the next day you're like, okay, I'm right back on it. Why? It's because of that. Remember I said to you that you have to learn to start to question your emotions. Question them. Ask them questions. That's why, because it's those times where you don't know why, but it's just that it's inherently in you, because that's.
Yeah. So there are people that, that they don't look at themselves. They don't push further. And I have compassion, because I got to say, it's not easy. It is hard work to face myself head on.
Look, thank you, Father. Thank you, universe. Now I can talk my shit. And I'm going to be real. That's my mother. That's my mother. If I had of not being able to get to a place to let her go, and to realize that, no, there are some people that are just okay with that. And we got to let them be, because we're giving ourselves too much. Their life is not ours to make them want to be better. Come on, let them go. Let them go and be happy for them, because that's where they want to be. I understand
their
that.
choice.
I used to fight people who couldn't see bigger, but it's not my place, for one. And look, I don't have time to waste no more on that. I love my kids. I got to put them to the side, though. I love because if I'm not there, if I'm not right, if I'm not living in my genuine, authentic self, how can I be there for anybody?
And we can't.
You gotta stop worrying about these people. The compassion that you need to have is for you, and the fact that you can understand and respect the fact that you gotta let them go. Have compassion for being able to say, you know what, look, I can't do that no more, because it's just killing you. It's just killing you. My mom wants to be where she's at. My man said, yo, you think your mom wants to move? She's comfortable being here, bro. Like, she has everything she wants, she's everything she needs. So you may be thinking, I'm gonna put you in a big house, but she don't want that, because she's like, let people be. Sam, like the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Learn to contain your fucks.
Yep.
You give your fucks away too much. Stop giving a fuck, Sam. Like, no, seriously.
I know.
You got shit to do. We got things to do.
Dude, I swear to God, it's a process, right? It's one thing that I've come to learn. It's that I can only be responsible for me. The other people in my life that I think they'd be happier if this, or they should know this, or they should do that. Here's the thing. I can't want anything for anybody. I can't make anybody want anything. All I can do is let these people that I care about know I'm there if they want my support. And I love them and I support them. And then if that can help them in any way, done. That's it. That's all I can do.
Can I be of service? Right.
Can I be of service?
We're supposed to do. That's all. Like, why do you think that they say in the Bible, God says, give me the weight of the world so that you are able to live free and do what I, yes, man. You gotta give it, you can't weigh it down, man.
I know.
Because weighing it down is only gonna put you in a place. And we're artists, man. As artists, we already listen, the artist way, right? The spirituality of it, right? Listen, we have to learn that our place is to do what we were given this gift, this talent to do, which is give it back. Which is do the work, let God be the judge. You know, like sometimes we have to keep telling ourselves these things because, yes, as my teacher would say, I got to strip you down now because you're learning bad habits. See, society teaches us to be distant. Society teaches us to put our heads down. Society teaches us not to embrace embrace it, but understand that you will drive yourself mad trying to get somebody to love you, to be there for you, like to come on, look.
To try and get anybody to be anything except what they are going to be willing or want to be, it's insanity.
And it's showing you, and what are you doing? You know, like, that's like you going to a burger place and they say, listen, we only make these type of burgers. But you like, I want that burger. We only make these type of burgers. But no, I want that burger. Like, then you gotta go over there and get that burger because they only make these burgers. Look, man, look. I realize that it's so important to me now that it doesn't matter anything else but what. And see, universe, when it tells me to move, I move. With no questions asked. You know, I was in a happy place. And so my mom said, oh, so you're at my house and you're happy like this? You know, like, what are you doing? Then you have money? I said, for one, look how you have to pay attention. Hold on, Ma. What would you rather me be? Not happy? Going through rehab? Wilding out? Like, so you're mad that I'm in a happy place? Come on, man.
And that's
her.
I was just about to say, so much of people's responses, but people, especially like you said, like that are not able to look at themselves so much or to like everything that is of somebody else, it's about how it affects them without like it's not about you.
But it should be.
I know.
But it should be because it's about them. It should be
about them.
Yes.
I know.
Yes,
I'm not arguing. I know.
And even mine, but I'm just realizing. So it just puts me in a place like, yo, scream, yell. It doesn't mean I have to partake in it, but feel free. And matter of fact, I'll scream and yell with you. You know, like, come on now, come on now. You know,
dude, but
there's nothing that anybody would ever do to put me in a place that I'm not giving nobody the control. I did. Listen, I was on the corner and a lady said something to a guy, and the guy bypassed it. And then she said something again, and I don't know what she said, but I can see it like if it was a big screen movie. And whatever she said that was just words hit him like if it was a cartoon, and she had an ambulance, and he turned around. And when I saw that, I said that's what we do. Like, it's just like we give it too much power, man.
Yep.
It has none unless we allow it to. Stop allowing the minor over the major. I don't want to have a PhD in minor no more. I'm tired of that shit.
I love that.
I'm tired of living like that.
Yeah.
So my homegirl said, you know, I'm in this relationship And I said, how many years? 20 years. I said, come on, you want to be there. But she knew it. She knew it. And I said to her, stay right there because at least you're in the knowledge of it. Do you know how many people are not even in the knowledge of it? So shit, like if you're just 40-something years old and you still haven't recognized it at least, you got a long way to go. And I feel for you. I feel for you.
Yes, I feel is what, right.
And I keep it moving because we have things to do that are greater than us, Sam. Stop being selfish with your great. Stop being selfish. Fuck them other people. Stop being selfish with your great.
It's so funny because
people aren't called to do what you're supposed to do. People don't have your light, man. That light that you have
nobody
are
does.
there to help other people. You are there to be of service.
We are here to be of service. Yep.
Yes, we are, Sam. Yes, we are, Sam.
Right back at you. And that's what it is. And that's somebody that I know like hates this saying that I say all the time, but I always say it. I'm like, I got to get out of my own way. I got to get out of my own way. As soon as I'm out of my own way, I can be of service. It's not about me. This podcast almost didn't happen because it was about me and, oh, now it's not going to be like this. And what if this happens? What if nobody listens? What if this, what if this, what if this, what if this? And then I went, you know what? This isn't about me. If this is going to help people feel connected right now, then I'm going to let the cards fall where they went. Like, it's not up to me. Just do it. Take the action, put it out there. If it helps other people at all. Oh yeah, I can hear you. You there? Oh, there you go. You there?
Can you hear me now? Yes, no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You got me?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? I can't, you know what? I can't see you, but hold on. Can you see and hear me?
I can.
Okay, look, see. Okay, now you're good now.
Okay.
Even if you were frozen, I was going to continue to keep going.
Please.
Like, see.
Yeah. And I gotta. And by the way, so just
realize that those obstacles. Keep going.
Go. I was just going to tell you that I have to get going soon. And so, but I want you to finish that thought. But then I have a question for you before we wrap up. Okay. No, but I didn't want to cut your thought. If you want to go on with that.
Forget my thought. It's not about me. What's the question?
My question to you is: there's a portion of my show that is called The Feather in Your Cap.
Okay.
And when I say feather in your cap, I mean,
I like that.
It's, and it's, to me, it's a very special thing to me. Somebody used to say it to me when I'd go through a hard time. And they would say to me, well, you know what? Okay. That's a feather in your cap now. So when I say that, I mean a success, an achievement, something that you've learned that has served you to help you later on, or that may serve you to help you, something that helps get you through things. And I wanted to know if you have a feather in your cap that you'd be willing to offer the people listening, the people watching.
Let me tell you something. Willing to offer. I just told y'all I was in the stupor. Like, willing to I offer everything. I am transparent. Why?
I know.
Because you understand? So, the feather in my cap. The feather in my cap. I had a lot of those feathers in my cap.
Thank God. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's just all about serving and being a light and a bridge for others to cross. So it's about my healing now. Like, my healing is everything for me because you listen to people because of what you feel. See, because again, it's not what somebody's saying. I could be talking like the Peanuts lady and be like, wah, wah, wah. So I had to go through everything I went through because now some people just they feel it because it resonates because the story that you're telling is a story I went through and understand. So I just want to continue to keep being my authentic self so that somebody else can understand and hear and heal. And so we start and continue the healing process. Like, that's all I want to do. I want to be a service so we can continue the healing process. Everything else is already there. Everything else is already given. Everything else is God in the universe. I ain't worried about shit, but I'm worried about making sure I get to that page so that I resonate, because I know that the voice that I'm given is not for me. So I have to stay in an authentic place. I have to stay in a place where I know that I am doing the disciplined work and I just happy. Fuck it. That's it. That's all I want to do.
You guys heard that.
That's the feather in my cap. That's the feather in my cap, to wake up happy every day, no matter what, at any given Sunday. Do you understand that? The secret, and remember they had the book, and they said, oh yeah, if you put the check, and you look at it every day, no, why would it be that easy? They ain't gonna name a book The Secret and then give you the secret. The secret is staying in a happy place so that you can manifest everything around you. You know what I'm saying? How do you manifest it? How do you bring it to you? It's by being light and open so that it comes to you. Because if you're negative and closed, nothing's gonna come to you. So the secret is keeping yourself in a happy place. And who am I happy with? I'm happy with me finally being able to be me. I'm tired.
You guys heard it. If you can even take a morsel of that and apply it to yourself, if that's helpful to you at all, I know it is for me to hear stuff like that. It's always a great reminder. So thank you for that. And
thank you.
We'll do another one of these another time, but tell people out there where they can keep up with you. Social media or whatever, so they can see what you're up to, what you're doing. I'll put it with the episode as well, guys. So you'll see wherever Jas wants to put up there, but social media.
Put it with the episode because I'm sorry, guys, but it's not about me. And I can't put it up and they'll see. You know what I'm saying? So
I got you. I'll let you guys know where to keep up with him. Yeah, because you know what though? It's okay. It's of service. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All I want you guys to do is to know that if you ever need a narcissist, please Google Jas Anderson. Google it. Listen, I'm here and I'm open. So I want you guys to understand that I want you to live your best life. And living your best life is only living for you in the universe or God or whatever you believe. Please, guys, stop beating yourself up. Please allow yourself to be human. Please stop worrying about the things that don't matter. Please understand that you are grand and great and that you are here for a purpose, whatever that may be. Understand to love yourself above everything and anything and to put it out there. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because you guys were made special, man. Everyone was made special. Live in your special. Live here unapologetically with no fear, no worry, no question. Understand it's going to be there. It's going to come. Everybody goes through these unseen moments, guys. Look, I put my life out there because it's not my life to be put out there. It's my life to tell a story so that you guys can understand that we all go through it. We all go through it. And guarantee it's going to be all right. Guaranteed if you let it go. Let it go and let God. Let it go and understand. I'm not here to tell you shit. I'm not here to teach you shit. I'm here to give you a little bit of my shit, and hopefully my shit will help you resonate your shit. Oh!
I love it, guys. We love it. Dude, thank you so much for being here. And
so I'll call you. Yeah.
Yes, we'll be in touch.
How did your class go? How did your class go?
Wonderful. I love it. It's like, it's like being with my other artists. So I was teaching class the other night. Jas knows that. So yes. I love all our people, guys. Anybody,
Sam.
Yeah.
You got a light. We're gonna stay on top of each other to be the best that we, because when we give it back, Sam, I guarantee you that's when it comes for us. That's when we're in a happy place. I was telling my man, I said, I see her and you're supposed to do this, Sam. If you ever need me, Sam, I'm serious, man. I don't care what it is, because you are my light and I'm here. I'm in your life now, Sam. So look, she gotta go.
Back at you. We gotta go. Yo, back at you, man. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yes, we're going to be in touch. So you guys be in touch. Yeah. That's like, rate, subscribe. Hang in with us. Big face.
Big face. I'll talk to you later, babe.